You go to the supermarket and you get scared. It's like a haunted house over there. Instead of getting scared by a monster or a guy with a chainsaw, you're scared when you hold the chicken or beef and see how expensive it is. Literally, Americans are struggling to make ends meet. It's either fill the tank with gas, buy food for them and family, or having beers on the weekend to distress. So, hard choice to make. In this video, I'll explain what is happening with food prices and how Americans are solving this situation without having to eat less or buy less quality food. So, stay tuned. Hi there, welcome to your channel, The Foreigner in America, where I teach locals and foreigners everything related to money and personal finances, including investing in the markets, cryptos, real estate, and businesses. So if you're someone like myself who wants to achieve greater wealth in life, you don't settle for pennies but for Benjamins, and you love money, please subscribe to this great channel and hit that bell so you don't miss any one of my weekly videos. Also check out my Instagram, TikTok, and my blog under the same name. And I have a solid book, which I will leave a link below for you to check out. So without further ado, let's begin. As prices rise, Americans are struggling to find a way to keep up with their same quality of life without getting too much into debt. But instead of using a credit card like everyone else and them not being able to pay at the end of the statement, getting charged with a 20% interest and destroying your credit score and your ability to do anything in this country, they found other interesting ways, and let me show them to you. There are companies out there that are offering to pay for your groceries later, such as Klarna, Zip, Zilch, Affirm, and Afterpay. So 2/3 of consumers, that is 66% of Americans in the middle and lower class, are worried on how they will afford groceries. That's a lot of people. I mean, you're talking about tens of millions of people. Everyone is telling you to be healthy, and you want to be healthy, but oh my God, it's expensive. I buy the leanest ground beef, chicken breast, and frozen veggies, among other stuff, all high quality, low fat, no sugar, some chips. And grocery shopping is my second largest expense besides housing. The company Zip announced a 95% growth in US groceries, according to the New York Times. The company Klarna reported that half of their top 100 items people are buying are groceries. The fact that people are not able to afford their food is alarming. You can drive less or go for a hybrid car, not electric because they're super expensive, or ride a bicycle to save money on gas, but there's very little you can do to buy healthy food. Worse if you have to feed multiple people on a tight budget. That's when people start buying junk food like frozen pizzas and frozen burgers with bread for the entire family. Let me show you some data about food inflation before I explain to you how these companies work and make this video very useful, not just entertaining. Make sure you give me a like if you find this information useful. According to this nice graph here from CNBC, which I love their content by the way, inflation on food costs climbed 1.1% in July, bringing the year-over-year gain to 10.9%. You can see here that between May and June of 2021, food inflation rose substantially to 13.1% in food at home and 7.6% on food outside of home. So this means that if you never eat out in restaurants, you still are hit with 13.6% increases overall in your supermarkets list. If you buy the same things and not base your diet on frozen pizza and beer, the Food at Home Index, measure of price changes at the grocery store, has the largest 12-month increase since 1979. That's why I'm telling you to save your money. So how do these companies like Affirm work? It's called a BNPL account, or Buy Now, Pay Later. I will show you images from the Affirm website. Here you can see that there are two ways to pay. Affirm Pay in 4, which means making 4 payments every 2 weeks, or monthly payments, which is the conventional way. You build your profile, you get approved, just like asking for a credit card without the hard check. And then you shop online whatever you want, including groceries. Then these are your options. 1 payment every 2 weeks without interest, or 6 and 12 monthly payments at a 15% interest. That's just as bad as some credit cards. So if you can do the first option with interest free, it's a good way of using credit without using the bank. The other two are pretty much the same. If you don't pay, you get charged interest and your credit score is affected. So 2/3 of the BPNL borrowers are considered subprime, which means young people who are vulnerable to economic shocks and recession. So why do BNPL loans exist? Because they're a great business. Why do you think Apple offers a credit card? Why do you think everyone is offering credit these days? Because they know people don't pay it back and they make a lot of money. I lend you $1,000 because you are desperate to buy food and stuff. If you pay me back in a month, I make no money. It's no good. But that's probably 30% of the people. The other 70% I lend $1,000 to end up paying $1,500 or $2,500 or even $10,000 in the course of years of interest. If you think big and instead of lending $1,000 to a friend, you lend $10 million to 100,000 people, well, imagine your returns if only 30% of them pay on time. Some will never pay you back and will be sent to collection, but that's also a small percentage of debtors. Allow me to give you my foreigner insight for this topic. Stay with me. If you're not making ends meet with the food you're buying, you have two options. One, consider increasing your income by getting another job, a side hustle, or getting rid of things that you really don't need. Second, modify the things you buy. Let me give you examples. Do not buy veggies that are frozen or already cut or ready to eat, but raw veggies. Do not buy chicken breasts, but whole chickens instead. Do not go for ribeyes, go for cheaper steaks and find sales. Do not buy anything at Whole Foods or Central Market, but go to Walmart or Mexican places that are cheaper. Cut down on your drinking and smoking because that's pricey. Do not eat out in restaurants and don't do fancy salads. Don't buy organic and don't go for expensive fish like salmon, tuna, or shrimp, but for catfish, tilapia, and Alaskan halibut. Be creative. Rice and beans, tortillas, bread, oats, those things are filling and not expensive. Fruits like bananas are cheaper than mangoes or kiwis. Check out prices at Costco and Sam's if you're buying big amounts for a lot of people. It's easier to make more money than to reduce spending, but it can be done, and I've done it. No rocket science. Anything raw is cheaper than something prepared. Don't be lazy and cook it yourself. As for the BNPL loans, buy now, pay later, stay away from them. It's a trap, just like bank, credit cards, or personal loans. If you cannot pay cash for something you want, don't buy it. Save month over month until you're ready to pay it cash. As for food, apply the grandmother technique. Every item you place in the cart, you add it in your calculator. That way you know exactly how much you will pay when you get to the cashier. And you can take items out before going over budget. Times are rough and people are struggling. Stay away from these loans and either make more money or get creative in the supermarket, and never go grocery shopping hungry. That's a rule of myself. But remember, take control of your life and take control of your money. Thanks a lot for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and found useful information, give me a like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you miss any one of my videos as soon as they come out. So have a great day, enjoy the sun, don't lose any money, and I'll see you next time.